All right, what's going on, everybody? So yesterday we had the first press conference between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis, and honestly, it went about as chaotic as expected. So I'll be going through the press conference, showing the highlights, and maybe it shows some hints on some confidence on either side and how they think the fight's going to go. But real quick, before I get into the video, 96% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you like pro boxing, Misfits boxing, or UFC content, I post 3 to 4 times a week on his channel at least, so make sure you guys subscribe. I appreciate you. And I can't do the reaction format anymore because of my laptop. It no longer works, so that's why I'm showing you the clip, then giving my reaction after, just so you know.
Tank, same question. Can you believe this is happening? You're about to get into the ring with Jake Paul.
I'm definitely excited. I think it's going to be good. You know, he been in the gym and he been boxing for a little minute now, so he been taking it serious. So we just got to see what he bring come when we fighting.
November 14th.
Yeah, November.
He's stupid as fuck.
Now, Gervonta did this throughout the press conference where he gave off this I don't care, I could care less energy, and it was honestly getting to Jake Paul quite a bit. It was honestly pretty funny to watch. And then after this, funny enough, they give Nikisa like this entrance, like he's Vince McMahon or something. I found that very funny. Nikisa thinks he's a big boss or something. He's like a mafia boss in his own head.
Issa Badarian.
Many laughed at the time, and some still can't believe we're here. But these two young men are the face of boxing for Gen Z and Gen Alpha. They are the two biggest boxers in America, and they are putting it all on the line. One has the speed, the skill, the accuracy, and the one-punch knockout power. The other has the size, the force, and the unbreakable confidence to make this must-see Netflix.
Now, there's been a reason why people have been laughing, to be honest, and they haven't really stopped, to be honest with you, Nikisa. This is still a circus fight, 1,000,000%, even though some people's reaction and how they think the fight's going to go makes me angry, which I'll get to later on in the video, but this is definitely a circus fight. It's definitely ridiculous on paper, and I will say there is a little bit of an element that Gervonta is obviously 10 times better than Jake as a boxer, but we'll see how the physicality and all that plays into it, because we don't really know yet, but Gervonta's used to facing people bigger than him and all that. He's faced people bigger than him in his gym. So I don't think it's as crazy. Like, it's not going to be as much of an even fight, in my opinion, which I'll get to more later. But it definitely still makes it interesting. Like, oh, what if Jake Paul can win? Because obviously, if Jake Paul is facing somebody his size, that's Gervonta's level, raps. Then Jake Paul does his annual addressing people discrediting his fights.
Now they'll never give me credit until I have the world championship belt, but that's okay. It doesn't matter, you know. But belts collect dust, and what I've done in the sport is unprecedented. Never will be replicated, and done it in such a short amount of time. Just getting warmed up, they're not going to give me credit. I don't need the credit from these bozos, to be honest.
Now, in recent years, it seemed like Jake Paul has really abandoned this whole I want to be a world champion level thing, because he went through this small period where he was going through professional boxers that didn't have the best records, building up his record like most pro boxers do. It seemed like he was going down the path to actually trying to grind towards the belt. Then he started getting big checks, and he starts going back to the crossover circus act stuff, because the Mike Tyson thing, now Gervonta Davis, even though I do think Gervonta Davis is going to give him hands, spoiler alert, but he doesn't seem like he's going towards, oh, I actually want to be a world champion. He wants to go towards the spectacle. I actually face a pro boxer, even though X, Y, and Z, he always has some way to nitpick his fights. But don't sue me, Jake. I still think this is a serious fight, even though I think you're going to get messed up. I don't. It's... Yeah, it just really seems like this whole belt thing is behind Jake. This whole facing people like Tommy Fury and people his own weight class that could give him problems. It doesn't really seem like he's going down that path anymore. He's going towards a crossover thing, which makes me think he may have retirement in mind soon and become more of a promoter. That's what I think.
A number of people will say, why Jake Paul as opposed to a rematch with Lamont Roach?
It just, you know, I don't want to put a lot out there, but it's just, you know, doing what's best for me and what's right for me. And I've been doing this for a little minute now. You know, I've been doing it since I was 7 years old. You know, so this is the first camp I can, like, you know, enjoy myself, be back myself, like.
It is no secret that Gervonta is halfway out the door. He's been talking about retirement about a year or two now. He seems like he's fallen out of love with the sport, which worries me a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you, because if he goes into this fight with the wrong mindset and doesn't prepare, like, oh, I can show up at any weight I want, I don't got to try hard for this, I could enjoy my camp. Even though he has all this experience, him not taking it seriously, or him maybe not taking it seriously, does worry me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. He still needs to prepare very well, but he does later clarify that it seems like he is still training and preparing hard, just more relaxed, I guess.
What specifically does Jake Paul have that concerns you?
His power. Gotta test his power. Gotta test just everything, to be honest.
Which is obvious, of course. Jake Paul is way bigger, and two things you can't take away from Jake Paul, actually three things you can't take away from him, is his work ethic, his power, and his chin. Those are three things that you can't take away from Jake Paul, no matter what angle you go from. Those are three things you can't take from him. And again, like I just said, this shows that Gervonta is at least taking him seriously. People are acting like he's just going to be there for Jake Paul to hit, like he doesn't throw some slow, sloppy hooks when he's going to hit with combinations. I'm just saying, go back and look at the Tommy Fury fight when he was hit with volume. He doesn't know how to handle it. How is he going to handle somebody smaller and faster? People like this all about bigger and stronger, but how about quicker and being able to get out of range? That is going to be a real factor in this fight, and one of the main reasons why he's going to get boxed up. He's simply just going to get boxed up all fight.
I'm going to show that this guy who's been doing it his whole life has been doing it wrong his whole life.
He said he's going to outbox me. Whoop-de-doo.
This is a little bit of the beginning of the back and forth. It started off very civil at first. They both showed respect. Then things seemed to go south, but this is just the beginning of them bickering back and forth. Obviously, Jake Paul isn't going to go in there and outbox Gervonta Davis. I don't give a fuck how long his arms are. He's not even going to beat him on a jab basis. His Gervonta's foot position, the way he's going to be able to close distance, there is no way in hell that Jake Paul wins by decision. The only chance he has is landing a big shot because he's a weight bully, or just a bully in general in this case, I guess.
How is this in the training aspect, Jake?
Yeah, there's a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed.
He warming up.
We're
now.
sparring.
That's what we need.
We're sparring.
Warm up.
Some
I know
8-year-olds.
one thing.
I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm going to beat your ass and I'm going to beat Jaden Love ass. On my mama, I'm going to beat both of y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. He know. He laughing.
What are you talking about?
What
does he have to do with this?
Let anything, you know what I'm talking about. Let anything. Nah, I don't have to say it right now. Don't worry about it. I don't got to say it up here. Let anything happen.
If you're in the boat saying you're worried about Gervonta and how serious he's taking his fight, this shows that he has some fire in him and he's not going to go in there to lose to Jake whatsoever. But if you guys don't know Love on Jake's team, he's like the main hype man for Jake. So I guarantee you he's been in the crowd bickering the entire time. So that was probably the main reason why he randomly went at him. Love is a professional boxer himself, even though I don't think he's Gervonta's weight class either. But of course, Gervonta could give him hands also. So he was just putting his dominance out there as the little man. Little man complex all the way. I feel you.
How is that training for this? And you know everyone wants to know, you taking this 100% serious? Because he's coming to really...
Come on, man. You cannot pause for that long after saying he's coming. No, you can't. Like, why would you pause like that? You could even see Jake for a second go, like, bro, spit it out. Like, come on now, that's crazy. But this is an important question because that's what I was saying too. Gervonta seems halfway out the door, so he needs to take Jake seriously at least, because we cannot have him go in there and get knocked out. We can't have that happen. We can't have that happen.
Of course, somebody like his size and things like that, we gotta take him serious because things can go sideways. So we ain't taking him lightly. We definitely looking at Jake Paul as a real fighter.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I need to hear. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comments down below. That's all I needed to hear. If Gervonta's preparing like he's facing a real boxer, Jake has no chance. If he's going to come in actually prepared, even though he's going to be heavier than he usually is, Jake's fucked. He is. He just is. And if you think any different, it's this Bradley Martin mindset. Oh my goodness, this Bradley Martin mindset. When you get to a certain level of skill in jiu-jitsu, boxing, anything, you're going to get fucked up by a little man if you're not as experienced as him. I don't care what complex you have in your brain. I'm heavier, I'm better, I'm more powerful. It's not that simple. Go to a gym as somebody, as a beginner, and face a little man. Think that you're going to beat them. They're going to destroy you if they have experience. It's as simple as that. If a little man tries to pick on a big man with experience, he's just going to get beat up better. Obviously. But we're talking about experience here. He's been boxing since he was 5 years old. These people saying, oh, Jake's going to fuck him up. He's too big. You're stupid. I'm sorry, but you're dumb.
Jake, how you win this fight?
Just showing up. Honestly, I'm gonna knock him out. He has a lot of flaws in his defense, and I'm gonna expose him. Look what a 135 Lamont Roach did to him, and it's just gonna be so much fun for me. I'm so glad that God gave me this moment. I'm Gervonta Tank Davis's karmic retribution.
Now, Lamont Roach did give hands to Gervonta in that fight, and he debatably won that fight, but there's a difference there, Jake. One of them, I'm not going to sit here and say you're not a real boxer, but Lamont Roach is another motherfucker who has been training his whole life. And he's on the level of Gervonta Davis, that's why he beat him. Now, just because you're tubby does not mean that you have the chance of beating him the same way. Fuck that fly, you just got wrecked. Anyways, dude, this Bradley Martin mindset, man. Oh my God. And he literally says it himself. I'm just going to knock him out. He knows that's the only thing. He says, I'm going to knock him out. Oh, but he has holes in his defense I can exploit. You are just going to try to wing a hook over or overhand over him throwing a shot. Buddy, you're going to try to work your jab and try to push him back. And Gervonta's not going to be there for your jab. And then you're going to be like, fuck, he's moving everywhere. What do I do? And then it's going to be too late. Just saying. I'm sorry, but this Bradley Martin mindset kills me as a smaller dude. It is so stupid. It really is. And only the people like me, the short folks, see that. I'm just saying. Since people love to talk about a size difference, do I got to demonstrate for y'all? I might have to for the Bradley Martin mindset people out here. So when you're the taller fighter, I know I'm not the best representation of that. I understand, comment section. But when you're the taller fighter, Jake talks about, oh, I'm training about punching low. When you're punching down, what's wide open? Right here. If you're even this, you're open. No matter what, because you can't go bring it back. You have to do this. I know he's not literally going to be punching like this, like he's saying. But when you do that, you're wide open. You leave your chin wide open. So all the people saying that the height is an advantage, there's also attacks to it as well. Now we get to the part of the press conference where things get heated really fast.
I'm curious, Tank, when you walk into the ring, how much you think you'll weigh?
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on?
That's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I'll weigh.
And the handcuffs, too.
Huh? What are you talking about, fam?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. And that hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a fucking clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked a mohawk. Name
You
it.
want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the fucking clown, buddy. You're the fucking clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
Now, okay. Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female? Like, come on, it will be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing, what's the name about that? But P Diddy, when things got like that, no, listen. When one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No. No?
Okay.
Oh no, dude. Oh, there is a lot to unpack there. I mean, listen, look at me. Look at P. Diddy, man. Look what he did. Look at him. Good. No, okay. Okay. There's a lot. There is a lot to unpack there. There is a ton to unpack right there. So, okay. First of all, how much you gonna weigh, including ankle monitor? Not a bad line, Jake. Not bad. Oh, God. So, it is true. If you put your hands on a woman, you are the lowest of the low. And Gervonta's defense was like, either he was saying, I only did it once. I only did it once. You say, you know how these women are when one accusation's out there, they all pile on. He's either saying, guys, I only did it once, like, relax. Or he's saying, well, if I did beat women, wouldn't I have beaten every single woman I've been with in my life? I haven't only been with one woman, so, oh God, dude. And he pulls out P. Diddy. He's like, oh, you see what happened with P. Diddy? One accusation, then it all goes overboard. Brother, oh my God, that was the worst example you could have gave. Now, one final thing. Jake Paul says this shit, but if you go back and research Jake, there's some shit with him with his former ex-girlfriends that was really bad in the Teen 10 days. I already mentioned the women thing, hitting women enough. I keep saying it like a broken record. I don't want to get my non-monetized channel demonetized, so we'll cut it off there. But if you look at Jake Paul, he also hasn't had the most innocent background with females. I'm just saying he isn't the best person to say that.
A lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the Roach rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? If somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? What happened? He won, right? But how he look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Because y'all want me to lose.
Now, I think Gervonta was talking about Shakur there, talking about, oh, but how did he look in that last performance? Like he was trying to insinuate he didn't look good? Or he was making a point. I don't know. But if he was trying to say that he was looking bad, he did not at all. Actually, Shakur put on one of his best performances I saw in his career because a lot of people complain about his lack of output. Zepeda was on his shit the entire fight, and his punch output was actually very impressive. He showed his offensive ability as well. So I don't know what Tank was talking about there, to be honest with you.
Tank, are you going to be retiring? If not, who could we see you fight next year?
Right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, doing me right now.
Tank's energy is so confusing. He is literally sitting there playing with the balloon animal that was given to him as a roast. He is just playing with it like a little kid, half paying attention. His energy going into this is so confusing. On one side, I'm like, oh yeah, no way he's not going to prepare for Jake. And he's saying he's going to prepare. Then he's out here saying, well, I don't really care about boxing. I want to retire and I don't give a fuck. So I don't know which direction to take. So that's what scares me a little bit. But if we get the right Tank, there's no chance that Jake beats him. If you think any different, I don't know.
Let's say he were to knock you out. Do you think that impacts your legacy? Or even lose? Just a loss to Jake Paul. What kind of impact do you think that has on your legacy?
I'm not really. I'm not sure. I'm not really big on it. I don't really care at this moment.
Now, I know this should instantly contradict my point, but I think he says this before every single fight, that he really doesn't care about the result because he doesn't care about boxing. So I think regardless, this is just how Gervonta talks about the sport. So I don't want to really leave that up to a lack of confidence. Or it's not even a lack of confidence, just a lack of caring.
What makes you think that you can stop Tank Davis with your lack of experience in the ring?
He's an emotional fighter. He gets upset easily. He's no matter what he does, he's going.
You're not a real fighter.
He's going to underestimate me. Bro, you took a knee in the last fight. You should have got 2 points taken off.
You're
bro.
not even listening.
You're always in your head. At the end of the day, he thinks that the speed is going to make a difference. It's not. He has a lot of holes in his defense. No one has ever pressed him.
You shouldn't put a fighter on.
And you're going to see me knock this guy out.
That's how I know you're not a real fighter.
Now, Jake can paint this whole, I can figure him out, all this X, Y, and Z. He has a Hail Mary punch to beat Gervonta Davis. That is his one thing. We've seen that, yeah, Gervonta does have some holes in his game with straight punches when you put it on him later in the fight, because Gervonta is so used to people fading away and getting intimidated of him throughout the fight, fighting intimidated. That's what Lamont Roach did so good, is he didn't give up the entire time. The entire time he was on the gas pedal, especially in the earlier rounds, and that's why he debatably won the fight. Now, again, Jake is going to try to jab him forward, and he's not going to be there. And then I think after that, he's going to be like, fuck, what am I going to do? That is my opinion. Now, yeah, the straight punches were there for Lamont Roach, and Jake might not fight intimidated of Tank. He might not do that because of the size advantage. But, again, the experience was close with Lamont Roach and Gervonta. It is not in this case. So I don't care about weight classes. That makes a major factor. All right, and that was the first press conference between Jake and Gervonta Davis. I'm assuming they'll have another one than the one on fight week. So this is going to be a very hectic buildup. It's a part of the reason they're going to try to build this fight. It's going to be on Netflix. So they're going to try to make it a massive event. And to be fair to Jake, he always does do that, and it probably will be. So fair to him in that aspect. So obviously, I'm sure you guys could tell, my early pick is Gervonta Davis. I think he could either finish Jake on the feet, where the referee just steps in later rounds, or just easily by decision. I feel like that's the most likely outcome. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comments down below. Let me know if you get that Bradley Martin mindset. Just let me know. And yeah, man, that's all I had for you guys today. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that. That still helps me out a lot since I'm a small channel trying to grow. And yeah, man, I'm going to try to post tomorrow. But there has been no motion throughout combat sports. So I'm trying my best here. I'm sorry that I haven't been uploading as much. I'm trying to hold myself to that. So thank you guys for listening to me yap like usual. God bless every single one of you. And peace out.